to Al's Kitchen again, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to make a luxury triple lemon cheesecake. So things you'll need: 110 grams of unsalted butter, 225 grams of digestive biscuits, the juice of 3 lemons, the zest of 1 lemon, 300 grams of soft cheese, 300 milliliter of double cream, 110 grams of caster sugar, 3 eggs separated, and 20 grams of Dr. Oetker's gelatine, a teaspoon of lemon extract, and 1 9-inch springform tin. It's a really good idea if you have a food processor for the biscuits, but if not, you can just use a rolling pin in a plastic bag. So first of all, we're going to blitz the biscuits in the food processor. Like I said, if you don't have a food processor, it doesn't matter. You can just break the biscuits down in the usual way. So let's melt the butter in a pan. Be careful not to burn the bar. We're going to add this to make the biscuit base. Well, once the bar's melted, we want to take the biscuits that we've just blended or crushed, and we want to mix that into the bar. Well, we're not cooking this, we're just mixing it. So now we can turn that out and just mix it in the bar. When you do it into warm bar, it mixes really well. That's what you want to do. Give that a good shake. Take the base, pour it in. I've got a really good tip for making a nice perfect flat base. What you need for this is the biscuits, the tin, the saucepan we've already used, and a dessert spoon. So give that a shake, and using the hot base of the saucepan we've just used, we're going to just press that down. See how that nice and compacted that's become? And using a dessert spoon, we're now going to just do the edges. So there you go, just press down all the way around. What we're going to do is temporarily, we're going to put this in the freezer to chill it really fast, not too long, maybe about 20 minutes. So into a large clean bowl, you want to put the cream cheese, the double cream, the egg yolks, and the sugar. And we want to whisk that until it all blends in. You want to put 1 teaspoon of lemon extract in, the zest of the lemon, and give it a quick whisk again. And then you want to put 6 tablespoons of the fresh lemon juice. Be careful with the lemon juice. The fresher the lemon the better, and the fresher the cream the better, because if it's old or been in the fridge for a while, sometimes the lemon will split the cream. So the fresher the better. Remember, this is a fresh cheesecake, so it's going to be eaten very quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Once you've done that, put this mixture to the side temporarily. Well, the next stage is that we're going to make some soft peaks with the egg whites. So pour them into a clean bowl, and we're going to take the hand whisk and we're going to whisk on fast for 1 minute, and then we're going to slow it down. So remember, we only want soft peaks, you don't want this to become really stiff. Yeah, so just a little more. Slowly fold the egg whites into the lemon mixture. Do this gradually, just turning in. It's going to be very lumpy, but we're going to give it a very brisk whisk to blend that all in. This is going to give the eventual cheesecake a very light, soft texture, and not a dense, stodgy, heavy texture. This is what people like about this cheesecake. People say, oh my god, it's so light. And it's this secret of using the cheese, the egg whites and the double cream that gives it a texture that maybe you'll be unfamiliar with. I first had this in a restaurant in the Canary Islands actually, and the chef was kind enough to tell me the secret. So now we're going to give this a quick whisk to get rid of any lumps. And that will do. We don't want to keep whisking as the mixture's going to get really thick. Okay, so the next step is I want you to boil the kettle and measure out 6 fluid ounces of boiling hot water, and you're going to put this into a bain-marie. This is so we can dissolve the gelatine. Do this very gradually, adding just a very little at a time. Okay, once we've dissolved the gelatine and you've got a nice smooth consistency, you've got to be very quick with this part, because what we're going to do is we're going to strain it through the strainer into the lemon mixture so that we don't get any gelatine lumps in the cake, and then we're going to quickly give it a quick whisk through, a nice whiz through to make sure it's evenly spread out, and then we're going to put it onto the biscuit base. So here we go. So take the gelatine mixture, quickly pour it in. Remember to do this very quickly. Take the whisk, put it on for high speed. I think that should do. So once you've done this, we're going to pour this onto the biscuit base, and then it's going to go into the fridge for about 24 hours for the best results. So just give that a nice pour in. Put some cling film over the top, but make sure the cling film doesn't touch the mixture, otherwise it's going to stick to the mixture and you're going to be left with a glooky mess. So now that's all done, let's put this in the fridge. Remember I said 24 hours, tomorrow it's going to be really nice. Right, so let's come back tomorrow. Okay, 24 hours later, it's time to remove the cake from the tin. Well, the easiest way to do this is to get a cup of hot water from the tap and a nice clean knife. Leave the clean knife soaking for a few seconds. We're just going to try and separate the cake from the tin. And here we go. So just push down the side and just gently go around the edges. Don't use too much force. Go all the way around. Be careful not to cut the cake inwards, so slightly angle the blade outwards. I'll gently release the catch, the spring. Do this very carefully so we don't want to rip chunks out of the cake. That's it. And just slowly lift. And there we go. The cake's done, ready to be dressed. That's step one finished. Now it's time to move on and dress the cake, make the cake look nice and pretty and beautiful. To decorate the cake, you're going to need 400 ml of double cream, 1 fresh lemon, a jar of lemon curd and a handful of fresh mint leaves. You can buy these. Then slice the lemon into whole round circle slices and we're going to cut those slices into quarters. You'll see why later. Well, next we want some nice small leaves from mint. If you don't grow your own, it doesn't matter, you can just buy it in the shops. Most big supermarkets sell fresh mint. You want the tiny leaves. You want about 16 to 20 of these, maybe a few more or some less. By pouring the cream into a metallic bowl if you have one, we're going to whisk this so we can start decorating the cake with the cream. Right, now we're going to start putting the lemon curd on the cake. So start by daubing some on top. A bit of advice would be to leave this soaking in warm water for about 5 minutes and then after take the lid off and give it a good brisk stir with a fork or a spoon, because otherwise it can be quite solid and you can't spread it on very well. Right, now onto the cream. What I've done is I've whisked that until it's just soft, ready to be pumped onto the cake. Okay, once we've done the cream, we want to start adding the lemon pieces. And what you do is you take a quarter and the curved edge goes in between a slice of cream, slightly angled. And now onto the mint. Just take a few flakes and just pepper it with white chocolate. So and there you go, my triple lemon cheesecake.